Going on, everybody? Welcome to another video episode of Ron Nick's Rundown. Glad that you all are here to join us, man. Hope you all enjoying your weekend. Those of you who are invaded by cicadas, our thoughts and prayers are definitely with you for sure, man. I know they are definitely aggravating and very loud around your neighborhood. I know we're definitely on before the Mayweather Logan Paul fight. Some of you to get ready to watch that. But we don't have a lot to talk about NBA playoffs, and obviously the big trade. NFL trade we'll talk about later. Julio Jones traded today to the Titans. It's definitely a huge move for the Titans. They definitely needed another receiver badly. Nick, how are you enjoying the NBA playoffs so far?
It's all good until, Trae Young. It's cold out here. You know what I'm saying? Until you put my Knicks out. But the NBA playoffs been everything we asked for.
Yeah. How you feel about Nick before I get going? How you feel about the Knicks? Unfortunately, they lose tonight.
Well, the Knicks got put out. Unfortunately, I was a little upset, but we got a promising future. Nobody expected us to be in the playoffs, let alone the fourth seed.
Mm-hmm.
And we just got to make some adjustments. We definitely need some shooters because that was exposed. The Hawks got a bunch of shooters. And, Julius Randle, he went missing.
Yes, he did.
Unfortunately, he showed up a little bit, but it's gonna be some moves that might happen. Hopefully, a potential Dame Lillard deal might come about.
Yeah,
in off season.
We'll talk about that later on. Definitely. But like I said, everybody definitely watch us here on Facebook Live, my YouTube channel. Also, you can check it on my Facebook page. Excuse me. You can check it out on YouTube as well. Ron Nick's Rundown. But let's get started with a game that just finished. It wrapped up. A home team finally won this series. Clippers defeating the Mavs 126-111 in Game 7. That's right, Game 7. Kawhi Leonard had 28 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. Paul George had 22. He was 5-15 from the field. But today, a great bench production from Terrence Mann and Luke Kennard, and combined with 24 of the team's 27 bench points. And the Mavs only had 6 bench points on the day. And, man, Luka Doncic, man, 46 points, 14 assists, 7 rebounds. He left it all out there. But the Clippers went on a 24-4 run in the third quarter. That pretty much ended it. Man, you got to feel bad for the Mavs. They were up 2-0 in this series. Then they were up 3-2 in this series. They definitely could have wrapped it up. But, Kawhi Leonard, he definitely stepped up in Game 6. But today, the Clippers have had it. They went on to take care of business. Finally, at home, they will take on the Jazz in the semifinals. Nick, what are your thoughts on the Clippers ending this series with
about time? I mean, Clippers always messed up my whole bracket. The Knicks messed it up, but
yeah.
I had the Clippers going to the finals. Which now they play Utah.
The Clippers play the Jazz. Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, Luka showed out. I mean, he's going to need some more help down there in Dallas. But they shouldn't let them boys come back. They had them on the ropes. They should have knocked them out.
Right.
But I'm just happy the Clippers did win, and my bracket's still alive. My bet's still alive. I mean, if the Clippers would have lost that series, it was over for Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, a whole squad. That team was breaking up. Paul wasn't going nowhere because he signed that deal. Ain't nobody taking that deal.
Right.
But Kawhi was gone for sure. So, yes, Clippers live on. Poor little Tank had to go home. And Luka. And hopefully, I don't know what they're going to do with Kristaps because he on the block.
You think he has 3 years left in this deal? You think they're pretty much going to figure out a way to trade him?
They're going to try to figure something out because he unless he go on the grind this offseason, I don't see him doing much else than what he's doing. Excuse me. So I just think Kristaps is definitely going to be on the block.
They're going to need a lot more help, though, for sure, because Luka pretty much had this team on his back the entire season, and he was one game away from heading to the semifinals. Talk about Tim Hardaway Jr. He's definitely going to be unrestricted free agent this offseason. I think he's good as gone, to be honest with you. If he get good payday, he's gone.
Somebody going to overpay him. No disrespect. I mean, get your money. I ain't trying to I ain't trying to talk about how they getting their money, but yeah, contract year, he showed up right on time. And I definitely think that Tim Hardaway Jr. is definitely gonna get paid, overpaid, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But like I said, with the Luka and Trae Young trade, or we're actually gonna go to Trae Young. So far, it's still looking a little balanced, But we'll see. Trae Young is in the second round.
Yes, he is. And speaking of Trae Young, what a day for the Hawks, man. I mean, well, they almost blew it. Let's say that. They almost blew this game. Hawks did defeat the Sixers 128 to 124. They were definitely up at least by 16 in the fourth quarter early. But then all of a sudden, the Sixers battled back. They cut it to 3 with 101 to go to 3. And then all of a sudden, Bogdan Bogdanovic definitely hit a big 3-pointer with 41.3 left to go. And they went on to win this. Pretty much that was a huge 3-pointer that put them up at least 121 to 160. Yes, hit him with the absolutely. And then they went on to win this game. Went on pretty much that was a big 3-pointer. Then they tried once again to try to almost find a way to blow this game, but they did hang on to win. That's the most important thing. They won a big game against the Sixers on the road, 128 to 124. Trae Young had 25 points, 25 of his 35 points in the first half. Joel Embiid, he had a small meniscus tear. He came back after missing one game, and he had 39 points and 9 rebounds. He played a lot better than I expected him to today.
Missed against the
Wizards.
The Wizards? Oh, yeah,
yes.
They won't worry about them.
They weren't worried about it. No. Oh, really?
Don't worry about the Wizards, bro.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Russ and Bradley, but y'all front court wasn't it.
Right.
That's what I said earlier. Oh, yeah, the Hawks. I mean, the Hawks won this game. It was a beatdown all the way to the end, but they shouldn't let them boys get hope. They gave Philly hope.
They did.
So Philly know they can. If they had probably an extra minute or two, maybe just an extra minute, they could have actually beat the Hawks. Came back and beat the Hawks.
Right.
So, and I don't foresee the Hawks shooting like that next game. I'm not saying Trae ain't gonna shoot like that, but I don't see the Hawks team, the whole team, shooting like that next game. What was it 16 for what? 31?
No, they were 20-47 for 3.
20 for 47.
Yeah.
They're not. I don't see that happening again.
Yeah, I mean,
at least not. Definitely not next game.
Yeah, I think Philly figured these guys out. To be honest with you, I think they're gonna definitely. I think Philly will do a much better job at game 2. And
Trae figured out Danny Green.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous. Cooking that man.
But listen, man, Joel Embiid, like I said, 39 and 9 on the day. Tobias had 20 and 10. Seth Curry had 21 points. Ben Simmons had 17 points and 10 assists, but he is 3 of 10 from the free throw line. Something's got to be fixed there at the free throw.
That's going to be the one that's going to keep him out, keep him from the ring.
Yes, absolutely, and it definitely will. Yeah, but I mean, all you got to do is foul him, and then he'll miss it majority of the time. But anyway, let's go now. Like I said, you guys will leave a comment. Definitely post it up, man. We're definitely ready to hear from y'all. Ready to
respond to any comments you send my way.
Yep, absolutely.
I got time.
Absolutely. Oh, you know what? We didn't really go. What do you think about the Jazz and Clippers? Who do you think's going to win that series?
I want the Clippers to win, but I think the Jazz going to take it.
I'm taking Jazz just because
they're too complete.
Yeah,
they're too complete of a team.
They're not going to lose. They're not going to lose that. They're not going to lose that series. They're not going to lose a lot of home games either.
Paul George, man, he's shaky, man.
He can be. I know 5-15 is not good though. He's got to do a lot better than 5-15 the rest of the way. All right, let's now go to this next game, man. Let's talk about your Nets.
Huh?
Yes.
The what?
The Nets. Yes.
Who?
Yes. The Nets. 115 to 107.
Oh, you talking about this, right? Oh, you talking about my team? Oh, you talking about my other team? Okay.
Yeah.
Most okay. All right. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I ain't know. I just happened to have the hat on today. You know what I'm saying? I just happened to put it on. It's in my closet. I was like, you know what? It's fresh. It go with my outfit. I'm gonna wear it. That's what I thought. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of outfits, I am wearing a nice little Kobe Bryant shirt. I'm sorry but that's what you see there. Or definitely RP to one of the greats. Oh, why do you say it like that? Whatever. Anyway, yeah, I guess we'll get to that in a little bit. But yes, the Nets did defeat the Bucks 115 to 107. Obviously, James Harden, he came out with about less than a minute into the game. He does have hamstring tightness. He will be out for game 2 of this series. But man, yeah, the Nets, I thought it did an absolute great job, especially in the second half. I mean, obviously, Kevin Durant did this thing, 29 points. Kyrie Irving, 25. Joe Harris at 19. But Blake Griffin, I thought, was a huge key. A very, very huge key. 18 points and 14 rebounds off the bench. And yes, the Bucks, they definitely struggled from the three-point line. They were 6 of 30. 6 of 30 from the three-point line, which was an absolute disaster for pretty much in any game. I don't care if it's regular season, preseason, whatever. That's a disaster. Giannis had 34 and 11, but Chris Middleton, where was he? 13 points, 13 boards. He was 6 of 23 from the field and missed all 5 of his three-point shots. So Nick, your Nets are definitely off to a strong start. What do you think? Obviously going forward with Harden and his injury.
James Harden injury was bad for the Nets. Do I think it's going to keep the Nets from winning the series? Nope. Nope. But do I think it's going to be a tougher series? Absolutely. Because if they beat them like they did this game without James Harden, I think we can make it if James Harden wasn't there. Now, Chris Middleton is not going to shoot like that again next game. You know, I don't really like Chris. I don't really care for his game, but the boy can play and shoot. And he's not going to go, 6 for 23?
Yeah, 6 for 23.
Yeah, that's not going to happen next game.
No.
He's going to light it up. So that's going to be the X factor for the Bucks next game. And the Bucks aren't going to shoot that bad from 3 either. So the Nets just got to come out and get ready to get punched in the mouth. Game 2.
Yes.
And be able to rally that punch. But you know, ain't nobody stopping Kyrie, KD.
Oh, really?
You know, Broadway Joe. You know what I'm saying?
Do you expect this bit much consistency from Blake Griffin?
Absolutely. Blake Griffin will play. He may not get 18 or 14 next game, but he's definitely going to average about 14 and 6 or 14 and 7.
Okay.
For the series. If James Harden is not there.
Man, yeah, I definitely expect a better Bucks team in game 2, but they got to keep it up as far as scoring, because like I said, the Nets going to score at will, but like I said, the threes, they're not going to beat the Nets being this bad from 3-point line. They won't be that bad from 3-point line again. Also, like I said, Middleton, like I said, has to step up. Drew Holiday got to do his thing, and Giannis going to be honest, but everybody around that team has got to keep up with the scoring. Period. Got to keep up.
Keep up with my Brooklyn Nets, man. You know what I'm saying? KD, easy, light work. Kyrie, man, he just making cats look silly out there. I mean, who coming out there guarding him, man?
Man,
stop Kyrie.
I'm telling you right now, I wasn't impressed with both KD and Kyrie.
with the English. I was like, yo, this is my guy. That's my guy. Oh, it's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Oh boy, I know you out there who've been dogging me about my New York teams. Well, here I am now. Time of the world.
Oh yeah, time of the world. It is game 1. Are they gonna? So how soon they're gonna finish it off?
5.
5. Ooh, wow.
The disrespect.
Wow, Bucks and they're gonna beat the Bucks in 5.
Giannis gonna be asking for a trade when it's over with.
All right,
that's how I feel.
Wow. Okay.
Take that.
Okay. Oh man. Okay. I'm just gonna keep it at that. But man, like I said, I'm definitely looking forward to this next game. Pretty much looking forward to it, man. Looking forward to game 2 tomorrow night. Let's now go on to a big subject here. Another LA team, unfortunately, that fell apart.
Trash.
Yes, that was trash. It was
that was trash. It was trash. They had it coming.
Oh yeah, I was being nice about it. But yeah, the Lakers, man, eliminated from playoff contention.
The bubble champs.
Now it's playoff contention. Eliminate
the bubble champs.
Excuse me, that is hard. That was hard for them to win that. Other than obviously the injuries that piled up against them. Yes, it was. You have to battle COVID, and then you had to.
What? There wasn't no COVID in there. They battling. We was battling.
Whatever.
We was out here in the streets the whole pandemic.
Well, excuse me, they didn't have to. They didn't have to go on. First of all, the bubble was hard for them. It was hard for any team at that. All the injuries that people endured.
Man, let me tell you something, bro. Boy. Let me tell you something.
Ugh.
They had a game. They was in the hotels. They had a game. They had to go to where? They had to travel. It was all there together. They get beat. They go see their boy who beat them up at the pool on a bike ride. You know what I'm saying? It was all right there. I'm not saying that they're not real NBA chances. Not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it wasn't as hard as going on the road, going to face another team's crowd, all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm going to say this. First, I'll save that for another time. But Anthony Davis, yes, he did strain his
street
groin.
Clothes.
Oh boy,
street clothes.
He strained his left groin, and I know he tried to give it a go in Game 6, but there was just no way, humanly possible, he was going to be able to pull that off.
He cost somebody his job. He cost that doctor his job.
Yeah, well,
they let him play.
Well, the doctor. Oh boy, so you're blaming him over the doctor to clear?
Both of them.
Well, yeah, that team doctor first of all has to go.
He about to lose his job for that.
Yeah, he's gonna lose his job for it. I mean, he needs to. I mean, they know he wasn't ready to go out there. Let's just be real. Obviously, and the Lakers, they were 21-6 until AD had his injury with his Achilles and his calf. And LeBron had his ankle injury, and that was from the start of Valentine's.
It was the ankle or his shoulder?
It was,
because he's always coming up with something when he about to lose.
No, God, no.
Try to surprise him when LeBron is on the verge of losing. He comes up with some kind of issue.
Yeah, I mean it does happen. It has happened.
Yeah.
Yes, but in this issue, in this case, AD, there was no AD. They weren't going to beat the Suns. I'll tell you right now, Devin Booker had 47 points and 8 threes in this game.
Oh yeah, Book was ready.
Yeah, he was ready to light them boys up and get them out of their way.
You saw at the end when Jay Crowder hit him with that salsa.
Yes.
yeah. Go ahead and talk that junk, and then Chris Paul with the back down. Andre Drummond was doing.
Yeah.
That's what you get, man. All that. And Andre Drummond, what is you doing, man? Look at me.
Yes.
What is you doing?
That's how you do it.
You lost the money. You blew the bag. You didn't even play the last game, sir. I hope you get paid, but buddy, it ain't looking good.
No,
all your flaws was brought out.
Yep, all of it.
Unfortunately, Mr. Chris Hollywood, who's not with us, was right.
Yes.
About that boy.
Yes, it was pretty much. I guess they needed a big at the time. Since Anthony Davis was gone, they had to do something. But yeah, it just did not mesh. It did not work out.
He's not a spread the ball guy. He's a Clint Capella type player. You gotta throw it to him and let him work in the paint. Dunk, lob dunk, block shots. He's not the spread the floor guy.
Yeah,
he's a he clogs the paint.
Right. So what happens now with guys like Dennis Schroeder? Do you think he will?
My man. If you're watching this, baby, you're not. If you run it back on YouTube or whatever, I'm letting you know you should have took the money. 4 years, $84 million. It's $21 a year.
Yep.
You should have took the money.
Yes, he should have.
Because you're not getting it.
Right.
You said you was a $25 million player. You wanted $100 million to $125 million extension.
Right.
So you're looking at 50 to 40.
Right.
If I'm the GM. You not getting $84 million from what?
No.
And then you took us. You took us off your Instagram or Twitter handle. You know what I'm saying? Before the game even started, what kind of mindset is that? Then you're gonna say, "Oh, I hope we run it back because I'm gonna play even harder." No, you're not. You realize you fumbled the bag, and your agent probably said, "My guy, it doesn't look like you're getting 84." What do you say? How much I'm looking at? Right, you looking at probably about 50. What? You need to do something to rekindle that spirit, that bond you have with the team, and that's what's gonna happen. You cannot be the starting point guard and show up like you did game 5.
Yeah. No. Well, he was the only one that was trash in game 5. They all were.
Yeah, they were, but still, you can't talk all that stuff how you want more money and you're gonna bet on yourself, and this is what happens.
Right.
You should have took the $84 million, my guy.
Yep.
I would have.
Yeah, I sure would too. With that franchise.
I'm not saying like look, 40, 50 million is still a lot of money, all right? It's more money than I got in my pocket at the moment.
Right.
All right. Should have took the money.
Yes. Absolutely. Oh man. But a lot, like I said, Lakers I think will be a lot better obviously next year. Hopefully they will stay healthy. What? You don't think LeBron and AD ain't gonna be much better next year?
What?
They get. I mean, they're
gonna need some additions because they're gonna get bounced out just like they did this year.
They will regroup. I can tell you right now, they're going to make sure they will regroup.
If they all come back healthy, that's still not a championship team, in my opinion.
So you think this is it? Well,
that's a semifinals team.
So here's a better question: will LeBron ever win another title again?
Oh, he's gonna need help. He gonna win. He ain't gonna win again with that, unless they go back to the bubble.
Wow,
LeBron, you one of the greatest. But you ain't the greatest.
Goodness gracious. All right. Well, we're going to move away from that. But like I said, big things happen. Like I said, this did not diminish LeBron's legacy at all. Let me tell you, he has his championships. He's Hall of Famer. I think those.
So he the GOAT?
I don't think he's better than Jordan.
All right. Moving right along. That's all we got to say.
I'm just saying.
Moving right along.
I'm just saying.
That's all you had to say.
For people to do that, I mean, look, for the rest of you, I know this is his first time losing the first round. But this series did not diminish LeBron's legacy. Let's go there. It did not diminish.
They did in the barbershop. I bet you go to the barbershop, you bring his name up, somebody say the GOAT, they're gonna bring this right on up. Oh, he lost to Chris Paul. He lost to D Book. Yeah,
they lost.
Let Jay Crowder sauce on him at the end of the game.
But it's not. But his legacy is not tarnished at all.
Yeah, he get ready for that Space Jam movie.
Yeah,
promo run.
Oh man, but I'll tell you right now.
Love you, LeBron. I got your shoes. I ain't gonna say you ain't. I ain't like you, but I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, man. Tyler Ball, thanks for checking in with us, man. Looking at pretty much looking at your comments now, man. I definitely. What you think about that?
Kuzma. Yeah, that's another one. I'm glad you brought that up. $40 million deal. We thought we lowballed you, but we didn't. We actually should have paid you less. That man has no reason to be playing like he's playing. Mm-hmm. He getting paid too. He's supposed. Y'all took him over Brandon Ingram. That man is gonna find himself in a Wizards Magic uniform. He keep right on. He's gonna be playing somewhere where he's gonna be forgotten about. He's gonna keep that blonde hair so we remember who he is.
Oh my God.
No disrespect. But you gotta step it up.
But guys like Tyler did, man, you guys go ahead and comment, man. You know, you definitely get these kind of reactions for sure, man. And definitely, Tyler, appreciate you once again for doing that, man. Definitely appreciate you watching and everyone watching this show and sharing and watching us, man, for sure. Let's now go to something big here. Damian Lillard. Yes, Damian Lillard and the Blazers, yes, they did get eliminated in Game 6 to the Nuggets. Now, I feel bad for Damian Lillard. First of all, this to me was the most devastating elimination of them all in the first round. Okay, Damian Lillard played his butt off. Okay, in Game 5, 55 points and sent it to the first and second overtime. Okay, that's not easy. You understand me? He had 12 3-pointers, which was an NBA record of 12 made threes, but they came up short against the Nuggets in Game 5. Then they were up by 14 in Game 6. Excuse me, they were up by 16 at least, but the Nuggets came back and pretty much won the game, 106 to 115 on the road, and definitely there could be some big changes coming. Terry Stotts, he was fired.
Good.
After 9 seasons. Jason Kidd, his name was brought up. No, Damian Lillard definitely wanted Jason Kidd, but unfortunately, Jason Kidd withdrew his name from that list, and it's not going to happen.
Writing is on the wall, baby. Ooh. That's all I got to tell you.
And shoot, before we do that,
everybody tell you they got a head coach job on the platter for you. Mm-hmm. You know the check coming, and the man says, "I'm good where I'm at."
Yeah,
we already know the writing's on the wall.
But the quote from him from his Instagram page: "How long should I stay dedicated? How long to opportunity preparation?" Of course, that's the late great Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey, the marathon continues.
Yes, sir. And definitely quoting him. So that definitely does a lot there, man. And obviously his 4-year extension, which is over 176 million, kicks in next season. So we don't know. And there's teams looking to see if they can get Damian Lillard right now, including your Knicks. The Clippers have called, the Heat have called, several other teams have called.
The Clippers. Yeah, that's what, dang, the Heat might have a shot.
Yeah. So, Nick, what happens here with the future of Damian Lillard? Did we see him?
It's over. He might stay one more year, depending on the coach. But yeah, it's starting to look over. The man's starting to look at it and say, like, look, man, I done did all I can do for this team. I dropped 55 and we still couldn't win. About 14, 16, still couldn't keep the lead. I mean, it's not like he don't have good pieces around him. I mean, there was times where I thought Terry Stotts blew the game just by his coaching. I'm like, hey, put the man back in the game. Why you got Richard Hollis? What was it? Hollis Jefferson out there. Put Cantor in. He's at least he'll rebound and get you a bucket. He may not hit you up on the defense, but he gonna get a rebound and get you a bucket.
Right.
You got him in, and I'm like, where's Cantor?
Right.
And then I mean, he just some of his coaching was not well.
The defense was trash. The Blazers.
The defense ain't been nothing to brag about for a while.
Yeah.
They waited one conference finals, and every other year he got put out.
Right.
So yeah, Terry Stotts, man, you did a good job with a small market team. But yeah, you got a player that's box office.
Yep.
And you got to do box office things when you get a box office player.
Yep.
They get put out in the first round every other year.
4 out of the last 5 years they were put in the first round.
Oh yeah, we can't have that.
No. Yeah.
So I hope the owners and management get on a good foot and find him somebody he can work with. Because that man has a foot out the door.
Yep, absolutely. I think that it's just tough. I know Chauncey Billups is definitely another name, but I really think it's best for Dame Lillard to find somewhere else to play. Honestly, I truly do. I think there needs to be a new chapter in his career, and they need to go ahead and he needs to just figure out where that new chapter is going to be. I hope
the Knicks, the Knicks, we take that new chapter, baby.
Oh Lord,
the Knicks, come home.
Yeah,
all right, come home.
Yeah, it's time. It's time, Dame, and someone will get that contract. Someone will be willing to take that contract. You're worth it.
Yeah. If I was a GM, I'd find it. I'd throw everything out there to get that contract. But like I said, the Heat to me has the better chance of actually landing him with the pieces they have. Because the Clippers, I'm like, what the Clippers gonna give up?
Yeah,
Paul George. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the only thing I see happening.
Yeah.
Luke Kennard. He's gonna be a thrower. Nobody want that dude.
I would throw him in the if they want to match that salary. Do what you got to do. That's just me. But anyway, real quick, who do you think will win the Nuggets and Suns series? I'm taking the Suns. I'm sorry, I gotta take the Suns with their backcourt against the depleted backcourt of the Nuggets. Obviously Jamal Murray, hate to see him with a torn ACL. I'm taking. As much as I know Jokic is gonna definitely force DeAndre Ayton to kind of space out more, but I'm definitely taking the Suns in this series. I think Devin Booker and Chris Paul will be ready. I think Devin Booker's gonna light it up again.
Yeah, because I don't see nobody stopping D Book, man. Yeah, I have to go with the Suns myself, barring Chris Paul don't get hurt.
Right.
If Chris Paul get hurt, then it's a pick'em series, as Barkley would say.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm just saying it's gonna happen. I definitely think that it's gonna be a definitely. And unfortunate, I think it's gonna be very unfortunate for the Nuggets. They, like I said, they did their best to get there. The only team from the conference finals last year, from the bubble, that was now eliminated. Because obviously, the Heat and the Celtics played East Conference Finals, and the Lakers eliminated the Nuggets last year.
Well, I knew that. I ain't no disrespect to the Heat, but I knew y'all wasn't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, I think y'all gonna get swept. To be honest with you,
I didn't think he was gonna get swept, but
no,
I knew you weren't going back to the finals.
Nope, not at all. But all right. Let's now go to one more basketball item here, man. Brad Stevens promoted as the president of basketball operations. Yes, Danny Ainge, he retired. And then obviously Brad Stevens was a coach, but then he was promoted to basketball operations. Nick, this is quite a move, obviously, with the Celtics this year. Having a very disappointing season. Had to play a playing game. Had to beat the Wizards in order to go into the playoffs. Finished as a 7th seed. They were eliminated 5 games by the Nets. Definitely had their injuries. 3 of their 5 starters were out. Kemba Walker, obviously, with his knee issues, he has 2 years and $73 million left in his deal. He missed 29 games, including 2 playoff games this year. Oh, man. Jaylen Brown, he was out this season with a wrist injury.
Yeah, Jaylen. Yeah, it was just bad timing.
Yeah.
Love Jaylen Brown.
Yep. And Robert Williams with an ankle sprain, obviously, he couldn't play, obviously, in these final games of the series. Marcus Smart, he's in the final year of his contract. He is eligible for an extension. And Evan Fournier, who they traded this year, he is definitely an unrestricted free agent. So Nick, he
did nothing when he got there.
Well, he got some points, but no, he didn't make
the playoffs.
Yeah, in the playoffs. That's about it. So what do you think this year? What do you think about the Celtics going forward? Because they're not better right now than the Nets, the Sixers, and they're definitely not better than, I know I missed it. I said that Sixers and the Bucks. They're not better than any of those 3 teams. So who do you think's going to win? I mean, not win. What do you think's going to? What changes will the Celtics make?
Kemba gone. I mean, that's how I feel. Kemba gone, man. I mean, that experiment doesn't seem to have worked out in their favor. Kemba Walker is still a good player. He just need to get himself healthy, but he's just always out. I feel like he's gonna end up on the Lakers.
Mm.
Yeah, honest, that's how
You
I
think
feel.
he's going to the Lakers? You think
Now
they're
the money wise, I know how they're gonna work that. That means KCP and a couple other cats, Kuzma, have to get out of here, for that to work. And they just had to get a bunch of vets, but I don't see how that's gonna work out. But I think I think Kemba Walker's they're gonna have to get a player like Andre Drummond. I mean, that's how I feel. Somebody that's gonna protect the rim, grab a bunch of rebounds, and that just be his job. Because that's what the Celtics are really lacking. That's what they're really lacking. Because Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, Jason Tatum he's on the verge of being a bona fide superstar if he ain't already considered one. I mean, that boy put up 50 or 40 points in a minute easily. But Brad Stevenson moving up after lame duck.
Brad Stevens.
Brad Stevens, yeah. Lame duck year. I mean, only privilege to get you put up. What did Barkley say? What he say? Mutual pardons. Brothers get fired. You know what I'm saying? There's some truth to that.
Well, here goes Chris watching the show here. This is what he thinks. He thinks Celtics should trade Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, 2 future first for Damian Lillard. Do you like that?
It'll work.
But they will need Jason Kidd there. Do you think Jason Kidd would actually prefer going to the Celtics as a coach?
Yeah. I mean, if he has Dame Lillard and Jason Tatum, who wouldn't go? Yeah. I go. Hey, man. Hey. What we do now, coach? Pass it to Dame. What we do after that? Pass it to Jason. What if they ain't open? Well, you better call a goddamn timeout. We're going to figure this out because you better not shoot it because you're cut.
Right. I mean, it seems logical for sure, man. I mean, like I said, I don't know what's up with Dame here, but that's a good little trade scenario there, for sure.
Yeah, him and Jason Tatum, man, that's a problem. That's a big problem.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, that would be nice. That's actually a good trade. That's actually a fair trade for Portland. You still get a I gotta say a superstar. You still get an all-star, and you get a defensive anchor in Marcus Smart, which he is. Yes. I really don't think Celtics should get rid of him, but I think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
He's definitely defensive anchor.
Yeah.
He's more important than people think. He's like I hate people calling people low budget. He's like a smaller version of Draymond Green when it comes to importance to a team.
Man. Yeah, like I said, we're going to see what's happening, man. The Celtics, it's going to be a long off season for them. I think they need to they got a lot of changes. Obviously, they got to get their head coach together first. And then we'll see what Brad Stevens will do from there.
Yeah, let's see what Brad Stevens does.
Man, like I said, it's gonna be quite a season. But man, yeah, definitely you guys enjoyed the semifinals here for the NBA playoffs. Like I said, your Nets and Bucks are playing game 2 tomorrow, and also I believe Nuggets and Suns start to see their series tomorrow. So definitely looking forward to that. Before we get out of here, we got to talk about a huge NFL trade that happened today. The Falcons traded Julio Jones to the Titans. That's right. The Titans get Julio Jones and a 2023 6th-round pick, and Atlanta will get a 2022 2nd-round pick, which is I think the highest pick they would have gotten for Julio Jones, and a 2023 4th-round pick. Okay,
Packers could have got that.
But that we couldn't cover that salary.
Oh, yeah, I could have covered it.
No, we could not.
Yeah, could have made something.
No, we couldn't do that.
That's all right.
No, we couldn't do that.
Aaron going anyway. Don't matter.
That'll be another show for another time. We will not talk. Look. Don't get me started on that Aaron Rodgers. Tennessee Titans, man, they're going to pay $15.3 million of his guaranteed salary this year, and they're going to take the rest of his deal, which is
That's what I would do.
It's over.
I threw the money at him. Anything else? Send them over.
But it definitely was big for the Falcons. I mean, the Falcons need to get rid of that contract because they couldn't even sign their draft class, but they finally able to do it. They do have $7.75 million.
Money management.
Yeah. But $7.75 billion dead cap for the Falcons this year, man. Julio Jones, a 7-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro. He was only limited to 9 games last season because of his hamstring. Hopefully this year, like I said, hopefully this year will stay on the field and be much better. But I think this move definitely helps A.J. Brown continue to have great numbers. I think A.J. Brown has done well these 2 years, but I think A.J. Brown's going to be the guy still in Tennessee. I think Julio Jones will pretty much be, like I said, 1 or 2, but like he will be the 2, I think. I think AJ Brown's good because I think AJ Brown will be a much better receiver. You'll have the much better receiving numbers and have more touchdowns than Julio Jones this year. And plus, it also helps out Derrick Henry, man. He had over 2,000 yards this year. I believe had 378, if I'm not mistaken, 378 carries. Are you kidding me? 370, man. Hopefully that'll free up Derrick Henry a little bit this year.
Man, that's a job. I can't wait to watch. I'll be watching their games a whole lot, man. I'm ready to see him chuck the ball. Chuck it. Yeah, man, because that was a home run hit for Tennessee Titans. I don't care what nobody say.
Yes, it was.
Even if Julio doesn't play all 16 games, all he need to do is play 12 in the playoffs, and we in. You know, Titans on paper, offensively, might not right now looking like the greatest show on turf.
You think so? You think that will definitely will Julio Jones up down? Do you think that will definitely boost their offense? Well, I mean, their offense was good last year, obviously with Derrick Henry. But do you think it's going to get better?
Julio can get down the field, or he just become a possession receiver. It's either or for him.
Mm-hmm.
I said Derrick Henry, like I say, as long as he continues to play the way he's playing, it's going to be hard to stop them on offense.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be real hard.
Yeah, he's at 681 carries in the last 2 seasons.
They keep franchise tagging him too, don't they?
Yeah. Well, he did get a nice little contract.
Oh, they finally gave him a contract?
Yes.
Yeah, man. NFL, it's dirty when it comes to that contract game, especially for running backs.
Yes, indeed. And I mean, like I said, I'm glad they did at least pay up because, like I said, he's earned it. If anyone earned it, it's him. Okay, but like I said, the Titans are plus 1,200 now to win the AFC this year. Chiefs obviously at plus 210, and the Browns, Ravens, and Bills are at plus 750. If you were to ask who would win the AFC right now, who would you pick?
Gotta be the Titans. As long as the defense ain't suspect.
Whoa, you're picking the Titans over the Chiefs?
Yeah, because the Chiefs' offensive line. What they do with the line?
Well, they added some pieces to the line. Orlando Brown, he's there now.
We gonna see because that's what killed them in the Super Bowl. The offensive line.
Yeah, the offensive line because they're their backup tackles. That's what happened. They weren't gonna say they weren't
backup or not. Hopefully their line get right. I mean, their defense was sus too, but they still got a shot to go back into the Super Bowl. But right now, I'm going with the hype pick.
Oh man, I don't know. So you're gonna pick the Titans above the Ravens? So the Ravens did beat them in the playoffs last year when they finally
did, but that was a revenge game.
Yeah. And then there's the Bills. The Bills, I think they'll get a bit better this year.
About the Bills, the Bills are solid. They are really good. They are really good. That might be a question. The Bills might have a shot too, but I don't see. I hate to say it, Lamar. I don't see it happening.
Oh, now as far as Lamar Jackson, he'll get his extension. As far as the Super Bowl, as far as Super Bowl is concerned, I do not see the Ravens win the Super Bowl this year. Now, we'll get to all that though later on. Pretty much later on when we get close to the football season. But man, Nick, you got anything you want to say before we get up out of here?
Right now, just I guess people still coming off this pandemic high. As I said last time. Get your affairs in order if you went out there and got them PPPs, man. So I got to tell you, because they're coming for you, baby. They are coming. They are coming for you. Do not think you got to wait. All right? And I don't want to see no more GoFundMe pages because I ain't giving you nothing. You knew what you was doing.
Right.
You took the money. You thought nobody was going to find you because you can't see you. How stupid is that? All right? Besides, sneaker news. If you're looking for sneakers, just the South Beach LeBrons and the Miami Night LeBrons are coming up soon. There's a few. It's gonna be kind of a quiet month for Jordan right now. It's gonna be a couple of Jordan 1s out and a couple of Adidas out. So, if you into the sneaker game, that's where that. But if you selling sneakers, money is good right now. That's all I can say. Money is good. You can make a nice little profit. I made fair share. Can't complain. So I wish I ain't bring no sneakers with me right now. So I guess next time I have sneakers, I'll show you what's hot in the streets. If you got some at the house, you thinking about pulling out, selling, and making some money, I'll let you know if they're worth it.
Okay. For me personally, man, I never would say definitely a shout out to Naomi Osaka. I know, unfortunately, she had what, as far as I'm concerned, forced to withdraw from the French Open. Man, I mean, her mental health is very important. I know, obviously, they were threatening to fine her. Now, some of these major leaders from these majors are now like Wimbledon and U.S. Open now want to help her out. She should have been helped out already. You shouldn't have forced her to try to speak to the media or else kick her out the tour. I think that was very, very unfortunate. I thought very, very unfair. I thought Naomi Osaka is the biggest name right now in the sport of tennis. Yes, bigger than Serena. Okay, bigger than Serena. Yes, I will say that. Naomi Osaka is definitely the real deal. Treat her as such. Okay, treat her as such. Now, also, go ahead.
The only reason they don't want to help because it messed up the money. We're gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm.
That's if it wasn't mess up the money, then they'd be like, "Hey, I told you." Huh?
And look, they got us protected though. I mean, these other players like Roger Federer is now 40 years old. He withdrew today because he thinks his body wasn't gonna. Pretty much gave out. Pretty much, and Serena Williams, she was eliminated today in the French Open as well. So,
what the words of Kenny Smith say? There's only so many jumps in them knees.
Yeah.
Only so many lateral movements. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man. Your body, your mind is willing. Your body is break it down.
One other thing before we go. What about Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul? I know this is happening. It's happening. It's happening in Miami. It's happening Showtime. Yes.
Tonight?
$50 for those who want to order that. $50, yes, on Showtime or find a bar. But remember, it is still slightly a pandemic, but here or there. But it's $50. So do you expect Floyd Mayweather just go ahead and knock? Well, there's no official winner, but you expect him to lay him out, or do you expect
he might go for a knockout? But it's like a 30-pound difference on them boys.
Mm-hmm.
Jake, what was it?
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul is 30 pounds heavier than Floyd.
Yes.
I mean, I understand the money is there. I probably would have fought too because he said he can make up to 9 figures.
Yes.
It's a lot of money. Right now, he'd have made $30 million already. So I probably come out of retirement too, just to knock a YouTube star out.
Yep.
But man, what will happen if this man get lucky and hit it with a clean one? Man, he will never hear the end of it.
You never will.
Even they don't care if it's not on the record. Everybody gonna say nah. nah, that MF knocked you out, man.
Mm-mm-mm.
So hopefully Floyd lives up to his name and handles business. But we talk about legacy versus money. This is all it is to me. I don't even care about what Paul, Jake, Logan, Chris, Paul, any kind of Paul. It's right now for Floyd is legacy versus money. So hopefully he win the money and keep his legacy.
Right, man. But yeah, but let's see. It's gonna be in Miami. I know it's gonna be a fun one tonight. Like I said, those of you
get down to Miami. I ain't gonna front.
Wait, if you guys are ready for that, man, definitely.
I'm going to Vegas first, though.
But yeah, for sure, man. Definitely. I definitely want to say also USA and Mexico. I know they're playing tonight. That's another big in the Nations League final. That'll definitely be a fun one for sure. Obviously, it's gonna be good, nice soccer crowd in Denver, and I definitely expect a big one. But all right, thank you all for watching us, man. I definitely appreciate you all watching. I know it's in a weekend on a Sunday, pretty much on a Sunday evening. Definitely, like I said, definitely keep watching us, man. So you can subscribe on the YouTube channel. You can do whatever, pretty much whatever you can to keep supporting us, man. We appreciate it. Thank you all so much. We'll see you all next time. Thank you.